going on, people? It's Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics, and we're doing another map walkthrough, detailed of course, and this is firing range. Now, I'm gonna apologize, I won't mention this too often in any of the maps, but as some of you know, this is actually recorded right after launch, and even though it's a private match, it's still linked to their servers, so you're gonna see lag in this, but that's not the point. So let's start off here. We're just taking a look on this side here. Obviously, these are transition areas. You don't necessarily want to stay in this area here. I mean, there's little spots where you can make kills, but the nature of these maps and the spawn system, which is crazy dynamic, and the spawning is not... I think they've done an actual good job, something new in terms of spawn system. That's not the same as Modern Warfare 2. I think it'll be hard to spawn trap, because the spawn system is so erratic that they tend to pop up like randomly all over the place, which is kind of what you want, right? I mean, in a deathmatch, you want it sort of chaotic, keeps it exciting, but they do need to get rid of this lag. Anyway, so make sure you're kind of on the move there. The only time that you're not going to be on the move is if you actually are in positions like up there, and I'll show you that in a second. Of course, again, remember, transition areas in this game, you do not want to stay hidden. Even if you're a camper, you don't stay in these areas here. It's good to make use of them when you can, rather than running on the open here like this. Anytime that you can actually reduce sight lines and reduce the possibility of an enemy spotting you from over there, you should be using these. So if you're actually coming from down here and you're going through, make sure you use those opportunities. They reduce fractions of time, but I mean, that's usually when you end up getting killed. So just remember that anytime you can use little areas like this, do so. So here you're going to see, if this kind of actually reminds me with the car sort of hoisted up there, reminds me of COD 4 in Crash, except you can't climb up on there. At least I haven't figured out. I did try and actually destroy this chain to see if it would fall, but it didn't work. Now this is another sniper location. It's good actually in this location only because it's not super easy to get up. You can climb up there, but again, I mean, as long as you got a claymore somewhere, you should be good. And in here, it's pretty easy to sort of smoke off, put a claymore right here, and then you can you come up here and then get easy pickings down there. The thing you're going to want to watch, obviously, is up top across there. Now, also actually on the top area here, there's also snipers there, but typically, at least when I'm up there, I'm usually looking across the other way there. So just be aware of that. Stay back. Don't go like right here, because you end up... You increase your target views, and really, I mean, as long as your main focus should be in this area here. This is a transition area where you're going to see people running all over the place, and that's really what you want to target. So the farther back you go, the less sight lines you're going to have, because you're going to get focused when you're seeing someone. The last thing you want is to be shooting someone down there and actually someone over here spotted you, or even in that window, and actually ends up taking you out. But keep mindful of these high areas there. There is always someone up there, and it's also very dangerous. Now you can, if you want, make your way across. Again, this is a bit dangerous, but people hardly use this spot here. These are easy, I hate to say it, easy camp kills, because most people will look up there. Most people know that area here, but this is actually a pretty safe spot to be. Pretty easy to get kills here. If you position your camera like this, you don't even have to really do anything. You've got easy sight lines to someone there, and you've got easy sight lines for this high traffic area. It's a transition area, right? So it's like funneling people. People are going to come through here, and that's how you're going to be able to snag them. Because if you look at the map, there's sort of three areas. We're in one there. There's one over on, let's see if I can bring it up, C4. So we're here, C4 and E3 on the maps there. And really, those are sort of funnels or choke points that you're going to be looking at. So this is kind of a choke point killer there spot. Actually, I'm not even sure. Yeah, you can climb up on there, so you don't really need to go up there. But this is a good spot. If you're a sniper, assault rifle, and you're looking to shoot the fish in a barrel, then that's really where you want to be going. You want to be going up there. But remember, the spawn system is so erratic in here. If you don't have claymores, don't stay up there. It's very foolish. You're going to get killed. And obviously, you know, if you got grenades and stuff like that, just cook them, throw them up, and take care of them. Yes. Across the way there. Remember, don't come up here. You can use SMGs, but it's not a very smart idea. Alright, so let's actually, you know what, we're going to go around the far side. So we're going to go back down here. This, again, is another, be very, very wary of claymores in here. If you have one, this is actually a very, very tricky spot, and if you want to sort of keep it neutral, put it right in the middle. If you think, if you're going to be on that side there, then keep it more hugged to this side so that they don't actually see it or spot it. But that is a very, very deadly claymore spot, so be very, very careful when you're coming through there. Now, as you're coming down here, remember that is a choke point. That's like a span, what about it, like 25, 30 feet? 25, 30 feet where they got to run straight. And if you're doing the same, if someone's sort of friggin' right down here and you're not spotting them, or down here, or wherever, it doesn't even matter. And vice versa. I mean, if someone's on the other side there, which is probably way more effective, if someone was like, say over here, and you're coming through there, you're a friggin' sitting target, because these are bad areas. Sometimes you gotta use them, you have no choice, but they're very, very dangerous, especially for people that are camping choke points. So just be aware of that. Yeah, coming through here, obviously the SMGs are gonna friggin' be taking the high road and be, you know, smoking your butt going through there. And this area here actually is used quite a bit. There's the B target. Of course, I'm not showing you search and destroy strategies quite yet. We will get to those. But you're going to notice this area here, a lot of people transitioning through here, either going through that door there or through that doorway there. But generally, I see a lot more people coming through here, heading to the back area there. Because there's a lot of access points, there's a lot of action that happens down in that area there. And we'll get back there. Look at this lag. Atrocious. Like, I think I know why Treyarch did it, so that they can, you know, monitor this sort of stuff. And I don't know if they were going to do hacks or glitches, and so they can record it. But they really, I don't know, they really kiboshed it. It's completely unnecessary. They went a little above and beyond what was necessary. Alright, so we're going to continue going along the side. Remember, Claymore, going through here, transition area, that goes to the other side. The only thing you're going to want to watch for here, again, when you come around here, watch for dudes hiding behind that, or was it the car? Sorry, this is what I was looking at. My bad. So right here, I was like, where the hell is that? You can't get in there, actually. That's a shooting range, and there's no way that you can actually get in there. So watch for guys camped right in here. Very, very dangerous. Easy for them to camp, because it's hard for people to see from this side here. So you will find campers here. Just be very aware of that. Also, campers in this side here, easily, usually with sight line, or rifles or whatever, because they've got a direct sight line on dudes coming from the other side, and usually people running from that side don't look right around that corner, so be aware of that, or take advantage of that. Well, at least now you know. The knowing's half the battle. Watch for claymores on the side here. Of course, these are great areas, especially if someone's over there watching that choke point, and then they have a claymore right here. But you typically don't want, as far as claymore tips, and I will be doing a series on that, you don't want to put claymores that can be exposed from either side. Yes, this would be effective from that side, but easily someone coming from this side here is going to actually be able to spot the claymore and destroy it, so you don't want to do that. And here's that entranceway I told you before, just coming straight through. Then we're going to move along our way here. So this actually is very effective and or dangerous. Watch for people in here. This is a very, very effective, I wouldn't say sniper, I'd say assault or even SMG. Someone could easily be up here friggin' just pounding away as you're walking around the corner. Vice versa with an assault rifle. When you're coming from that direction over here, it is an opportune area for someone to snag people as they're coming through. I've even actually done it myself, because when I think of these things and I show them to you, I go into deathmatch and I try them out to see how effective they are. And this spot is very, very effective. Remember, you can't just sit here the entire game and kill. They're gonna chuck a grenade, but you're gonna get 1 to 2 kills at least easy here, and or in combination with people coming out of this area here. So keep that in mind. And remember, the ladders are not good things to climb up, especially if you're here. When you're climbing up, weapons away, takes you a few seconds. You're incredibly exposed not only to that area there, but also to the area behind you here. So don't, if you can avoid those things, then avoid them. Like, I would much rather go up this way, because at least, yeah, you're going to be exposed from behind, but you don't have like the crazy dual sight line. So the time you get up here, then you should be fine, and then just nail them that way. So as you're coming in here, a place to be aware of is right up there. You want to be very wary of people. This is another perch spot opposite of actually where I showed you with the car that was being hoisted by the chain. So just be aware that a lot of people, there's almost always someone in there, okay? And this also is a highly active transition area here. Lots of people running through. There's a ladder to go up there, and I'll show you that in a second. Just go in the lower area here. Watch for claymores whenever you're going in here, but the main, especially with the doors and stuff like that, but the main thing that you're going to want to watch with claymores is when you're coming up to areas like this. These are the danger areas for claymores because you can't see until it's too late. And for whatever reason, I don't even know if there's really red laser lines on this because I've got my claymores released, but I don't see them. It's not like Call of Duty 4 or Modern Warfare 2 where you see a very definite laser line, at least not that I've seen. And here's the ladder from the same thing I showed you. There's the transition area, ladder going up here. So you can either go inside or up here. Be aware then when you go up here to actually do some shooting fish in the barrel, there's that spot around the way where the car is hoisted by the chain, and here's the same area. People running through. Watch for people in these windows over here. This is that sort of acts as a transition area, but some people do camp in there. These are always high camp areas though. And then you got to watch that because there it's a choke area where you've got to run sort of what I call the gauntlet. You've got to run for about, 40, 50 feet or whatever around there, and it's very easy to get picked off if you don't, stop briefly there, at least to check to see if there's some douchebag like myself up here picking you off. So as you're coming across here, just be aware, when you're doing claymores and stuff, it might be a good idea to set a claymore right here rather than here or on the side here. And the reason being is if you have a claymore here, yeah, you'll stop the stairs, but someone coming up from the ladder is going to be able to kill you. You could angle a claymore like this in the corner. You risk it getting exposed from down there, but most players in deathmatch aren't paying attention, so you might get away with it. But you want to make sure that you seal off the one entrance, you know what I mean? So put it this way if you have to, just so they don't come in and kick your ass. Get a couple of kills, move. Don't stay in here. Now I'm going to show you the same area since we're sort of covering off the midpoint then. I showed you before, I threw up a grenade in there from the car area. This is I find to be a fairly dangerous ladder. If you get up there, however, it is a highly effective spot to be in. You've got amazing vantage points. You've got, you're able to take out various snipers. You've got choke points here and transition areas that you can cover off. You've got the entire area here. The higher you are in a map, regardless as to whether or not you're a sniper, is always way more advantageous than being on the ground running around, because typically when you're running, you've got your sight lines like this and you're looking straight forward. You're not looking up. You may look up to a certain degree, but a high vantage point like this is usually out of your sight lines. So that's why, higher ground is always more advantageous. But just be aware, once you got a couple of kills here, you can almost be guaranteed a noob tube or a grenade is going to be lobbed in here, and it's very easy to lob one in, like I showed you from here. But with the walls bouncing it off, very, very easy. But anyway, that is a fairly decent transition area, and you can't get up there from here. So once you use a ladder, if you get up there, you will get usually some good kills. So we're going to go back out this area here where we came from. And there's that area here, and there's the ladder going up there, the claymore. This is the dead zone, but be aware, I've actually had some crackheads and angered me that I was so stupid not even to check, but you can't check everywhere. Guys just going prone right here. You know why? Because this place is ridiculously sort of in neutral zone. Why would anybody be here? And the reason being is because it friggin' works. Hey, I got the bomb, alright. Because it works. They get people coming through here. Like I said, this is a high traffic area. Now, people in here, you do not get a lot of people camping or killing. You may get the odd person, again, using this to hold down that tunnel system here, or what is it, choke point or transition area. Also good for killing people coming through this range right through here, because again, whenever you have to run and you're restricted in your movement as to where you got to go, regardless as to what's happening here. I mean, there's really nothing else. Most people are gonna go running straight through. They don't think about it. They run straight like this, and it's very, very difficult to see people that are sort of gonna be hidden in behind here. You know what I mean? Like people that are just waiting at the end to friggin' nail you, because you've got to run the gauntlet, and it's pretty friggin' easy to do that. Even here, again, you've got the car obscuring your vision, and most people will not actually spot you. So when you're actually sitting here, remember, look for that. So from the other side, now I'm not showing you this so that you can camp there yourself. Don't get me wrong. I'm showing you this because these are spots where people have killed me, or I've seen people camp. So just be aware when you're coming through this gauntlet area that you're looking for someone down in this area. Be very keen. Be aware. Be aware of those targets. And again, this is the area here that's dangerous. You don't want to do that. There's that high vantage point the hoist area here, and this is the camper trailer where someone's going to be coming through. And you can see, even with this tiny stupid thing here, it's very, very difficult to spot someone, especially if they're using it to their advantage. You know what I mean? Boom, next thing you know, they're nailed. Because you're going to see that, and people tend to ignore it. But all of a sudden, someone is behind here, and it turns around, and suddenly someone's staring right at you with a FAMAS. You know what I mean? Dangerous. So coming through here, we're almost going back to the beginning again. You could go through here. Try and avoid running through this middle area here. This middle area is the area you want to avoid. Don't run through here. This is the absolute most dangerous area to come through. You've got friggin' 1, 2, 3 high sight lines, and you've also got all these other spots within the trailer, areas within there. It's just an incredibly dangerous place to actually go through. I know you actually have to access it in order to get to the best sniper / assault rifle place. But just, you know what, if you don't have to, don't go through it. Stick to the perimeter, stay out of the middle, especially in this map. In big cities, you can go through the middle because there's a lot of buildings to obscure it. There's buildings where you can go through tight alleyways. But in this case here, very, very dangerous. Now we're going back here. We're already back at the beginning. This is where I showed you, you know what I mean? Someone going through here. Take this route. Don't go on the outside. If you're running through down to that area there, I've killed many, many people coming through. Remember, people looking at choke points here. And this is, you're going back to the beginning where you're going to actually look through here. But avoid it. Anytime you can use buildings to obscure your vision, to obscure people actually seeing you as you're making your way across, especially if you're hunting red dots on the radar, use these places. It was this advantage here that I said. So if you were coming out of this way here, you'd want to actually go through here to go in through there instead of going on the outside. I know it seems obvious, but I see tons of people running through like this, or you know, running through from the far side over there, and then running straight through and going straight through this way here, like right through this whole alleyway there. Very, very dangerous. Don't do that. Anyway, that's the end for firing range. Yes, I'm Guns for Hire. Peace.
Hey guys, we're on Facebook. Check the description of this video for the link to our new Facebook application. Subscribe and get our latest video updates posted right on the wall on your own Facebook page.